Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Another great edition of Bring It in the House. I'm your host, Millie Mills, and we have a lovely surprise for you this week. I'm so excited to introduce content creator, virtual YouTuber, Shazan Rose.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. I'm
Thank
going to
you
just
so much
refer
for
to you
having me on.
as Rose, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. You're so gorgeous.
Thank you. I uh I I get that a lot.
You're welcome. We're so excited to have you here. So,
I'm
Rose,
excited to be here.
well, thank you. I know you have a busy schedule and you took time to come and speak with us. Thank you. So, Rose, you're based out of Austin, Texas, correct?
That is correct. I
Wow.
have lived here for a few years and kind of just, been doing my own thing, and I'm loving it. the it's all pretty cool environment.
Yes, yes. So, Rose, okay, so you're virtual YouTuber and
Hmm.
content and all that creator. What does all that entails? Because I know what it means, but a lot of the viewers are like, what in the world?
So, I am a content creator, just like anybody else that you would see going on YouTube, going on Twitch, going on, Facebook Live, wherever they may be creating content.
Mhm.
I'm a content creator, so my sole purpose is to come on and record or live stream videos to for your entertainment.
Mhm.
So I'm an entertainer, so to speak. I create content solely for the purpose of entertaining my audience and building a community. And I do this. That's where the virtual YouTuber thing comes into play, because about 2016, there was someone named Kizuna Ai who was basically the founder, if you will, of virtual YouTubing. She came on with an anime avatar and, took the entire world by storm, and
Mhm.
everybody loved it. Fast forward to 2020, and the entire concept just boomed. So there's it. The term virtual YouTuber nowadays isn't necessarily barred to any particular platform. It just seems to be the style of the concept of using a virtual avatar to represent yourself.
Hmm. How interesting. And so, how long ago were you created? About 3 years, you said?
So I first got into virtual YouTubing. So I've been a content creator for years. I've been a content creator since 2006. So I've been doing it for the better half of 15 years,
Wow.
off and on. So, but I recently started doing live streaming about maybe 5 years ago, and then went to being a virtual YouTuber last year, I think. Yeah, about last July.
Okay, okay. And how's that working out? I mean, you guys, it seems like you have a pretty large following. I mean, I follow you on Twitter and I see you
Hmm.
guys are going pretty strong. So
Yeah, there's certainly uh a lot of people in my little I like to call my follower base the cyber squad. So
right.
there's definitely a lot of people in the cyber squad family. There's also a ton of people that I collaborate with that might not
Mhm.
necessarily follow me, but I mean, I collaborate with them, so I consider them a part of that family, in regards to that.
Mhm.
But there's so like ever since the industry boomed back in mid 2020, and it's still, you know, booming, starting like gaining traction. And the bar of entry is surprisingly getting higher and higher. Like, it's not as easy to get started as it was a year ago, which can be said for anything. But I mean, you know, you never know until you try, right?
Right. Was it hard getting started? I mean, how did the whole concept come together for you? Was it
It wasn't really hard getting started because I knew that I wanted to return to content creation at some point, but in all of my past doing content creation, I never once showed my face. So I had no webcam. I was just this guy, you know, doing commentary over, you know, any video game that I play. But it got to a point where I wanted people to have a face to connect with. I wanted people to put a name to a face, a voice to a face, pretty much. So I fell down the rabbit hole of watching virtual YouTubers, and I came across some clips of two very popular ones. And I should preface this by saying that in the VTubing industry, it's a whole industry. There are actually agencies for VTubing that only take virtual talent. So it's like an actual agency, like any acting agency or movie agency or whatever, but they only take virtual talent. And that's any indie VTubers like goal is to, you know, get into one of these agencies. So it's like the old like the mid 2000s boom of skateboarding. Like, you know, everybody's trying to get sponsored. So it's just a repeat of that in that regard. But I started watching one of the biggest agency, HoloLive. I started watching a few of their creators, Korone and Matsuri. And I was like, wow, this actually looks like a lot of fun. Like they're just having a good time, not worried about it, not a care in the world, just going at it. And I'm like, I want to do this. This looks like a lot of fun.
Yes. Now on your set, sometimes it's at least maybe four of you guys. When I watched one of your clips and I saw it was like 3 or 4 guests on the on the scene with you. Is that normal for you to have, few guests?
Normally, a lot of VTubers, myself included, tend to do a lot of collaborations. So it's both in terms of like being fun, but also in terms of like networking and stuff like that, just because VTubing is still such a very small niche. So it's definitely a lot more fun, I guess, to, just invite your friends along for the ride and just hang out, play games together. And if you're going to do that, might as well film it, right?
Might as well.
We had for those that don't know, we had we were attempting to start like a podcast network. And we were inspired by like Rooster Teeth and like, their podcast network and stuff, like their entire entertainment network. So I went to my friends and I'm like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did something like Rooster Teeth, but only VTubers? So like we just had an entire network of people just doing different types of content, having different types of podcasts, stuff like that, and just putting it all under one easy to find banner.
Right.
And so we ended up starting off with a podcast, and we just called it VCast Podcast, which stood for just virtual cast. But it evolved into so much more than just a podcast. It evolved into coming on every week. It was basically like family. You came on, and we didn't have any set topics. We didn't have any interviews or questions or any of that. We kind of just came on and just talked about whatever, from life stories to, our experiences to, what we think of XYZ, just, just like as if you were at a party having casual conversations with somebody, but it was, on display for everyone to see.
So they can catch you, you're on Twitch TV, correct?
Right. I'm on twitch.tv.
Right. Let me, and let's just take a look at one of the clips so that the viewers can get a better feel of what you're explaining. Okay. We're going to play a quick clip. All right, here we go.
Oh God. Oh no.
Oh, dude.
I already hate this.
Oh, dude. There's no way. There's no absolutely no way.
My concept of Halo.
There's no way we're getting a kill
Oh,
here.
fuck. Hang on.
They gotta,
Get in, Mitch. Oh, fuck. Vehicle is inverted too. Mitch, get in.
Where are you? Dude, there's no, I can't.
I'm trying.
I can't get to you.
I'm trying.
I can't get to you.
I'm trying.
I can't get to you.
Mitch, get to me.
I can't get to you. Where are you?
Mitch, I'm flying away. I'm trying to come to you.
Please. Please.
Mitch, no.
Please.
Mitch, wait. I'm trying. Okay, I'm just gonna stop touching everything.
Okay. Hold E. I got
Okay.
you. We're here.
That's actually one of my favorite clips.
That is amazing. Rose, your work is, I mean, you're a genius. I mean, gosh, it's just amazing. I'm honored to know you. I mean,
thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So from here, what do you see? I know it took a while to build all of that, and that's a lot of work. So from here, are you trying to do maybe, I know we all want that big distribution behind us, but I mean, are you trying to do like a short film, or what are your plans?
I would really like to, because I've had like this idea for, every VTuber has their lore, so to speak, like their backstory, and some are more simple than others. Like, oh, I'm a alien from outer space who wants to entertain people, but or you have some like mine who are like more like fleshed out. Like I just went at it. I just started world building, and that comes with, it's a habit of mine. I just, as soon as I do like think of something, I'm like, okay, well, why is this happening? And where is he, located? So like for me, I'm located in the cyberpunk city of Serenity, as you can see out the window to my right, or to my left. I am now, not a lot of people know this. Okay. But, I am the leader of an underground resistance, and there's a lot of bad in this city. There's corrupt police force known as the Peace Corps. Ironic, I know, who just instill like, it's just morally corrupt, morally like wrong, and I want to change that for the better. So I use my online influence to kind of very subtly spread my propaganda.
All right. That is awesome. That's awesome. So how long did it take you to learn all this? Did you have to go to school? I mean, this is just a gift that just kind of came together for you?
For the creative stuff?
Right. Yeah, the creative side. Like the content and, coming up with your look and putting all of this together.
Funny story is, a friend actually came up with my concept design, and that would have been a great image to include. But I just couldn't find it. But they actually came up with my concept design, and I incorporated a few of my things, and I took it to someone who knows what they're doing and knows how to animate things. And I said, hey, can you do XYZ and do all of this? And they're like, yeah, I can do that. So here we are. But the creative stuff, as far as content creation goes, I guess it just comes with experience, with time doing it. I mean, I've probably, like I said, I've been doing content creation for about 15 years. So the amount of knowledge that I've come from it all. Like right now I have such an amazing creative setup and creative space where I can just, let my work just flesh out and, come to life and do what I need to do. But, back then it wasn't so easy. Back then I was recording games on with my webcam facing the screen playing Halo 3. And then I would live stream it to Google Hangouts and then upload it. And then using a piece of toilet paper as a pop filter for my microphone I recorded on my phone. So it's definitely come a long way. But I will say that my overall goal, like backtracking to that previous question, because I didn't directly answer it. My current goal, I guess, for now, is to just be there for people. Is to just be there, come home after a long day and you just want to unwind. And so I've made it very clear from day one as a virtual YouTuber, like I don't play a part. I'm not super out there like some other VTuber, like bigger VTubers that you may know. I'm not like super over the top, like bombastic, like, wow, oh my God, I just represent me, I mean, at the end of the day, it's very easy for people to forget that there is a person behind the camera. And I want to be genuine with everybody. I want everybody to know me, not a person who, not like a hyped up version of myself or a personality, as if you'll say. So I just I want to be authentic. I just want to connect with people, and I just want people to like me for who I am, not for a part that I play. But so that's pretty much my goal for now. Would I like to be on 16,000 concurrent viewers, making 300 grand a month? I mean, sure, everybody wants that. But I mean, it's a lot of work, and I mean, you can't lose sight of why you started doing it in the first place. If you start doing it, if you're only doing it for the money, you might as well quit.
Yeah. I can see that you have a lot of passion in it, and it's genuine. I can see that. I was just thinking that maybe you ever think of like some kind of having a little superpower or something.
Having a little superpower. So, not a lot of people know this, but when people look at my tail, they think, oh, it's a USB tail.
Right.
That's actually not true. It's actually it waves around too much to tell, but it's actually a DisplayPort cable. And the original concept was for me to be able to plug it into any display interface or computer, and without the use of a monitor, being able to see everything like on like what you would imagine like on your eyes, like being able to see it on your eyes, just as like a heads up display, just kind of there. So I can just interface with all the computers and everything, and then Little flash drive on my neck has a bunch of corporate government data.
Right. So you also, one of your handles is Cat Boy. I thought that was catchy.
Yeah, I'm a cat boy.
It's pretty catchy. Wow. So any you want to give any shout outs or any mentionings to, like some of your supporters, families, friends?
I will say shout out to my friends and family for keeping me going after this long. I mean, I wanted to give up a lot of times, but they always encouraged me to be creative. They always encouraged me to just do what I loved. So I appreciate that a lot. Shout out to all my Twitch mods who do an amazing job of keeping the bad out and putting up with my antics and managing all the reward queues and all of that stuff. Shout out to my boy Mitch, One True Mitch. I appreciate you, buddy. You are one of my closest friends on the platform, and I've known you for he's the one that I originally started VCast with, and after everything, after all the hiatus stuff happened and everybody kind of left to do their own thing, he was the only one who said, well, I mean, I'm always around if you ever want to start it back up again. So I definitely appreciate him. He's always been such a good friend to me. Shout out to you for having me on the show.
You're welcome.
So thank you so much for that.
You're very welcome. I would love to see you. I guess this is just my idea. On Cartoon Network. That's one of my favorite networks.
I would jump at the chance to be featured on any sort of network. I do think that virtual YouTubers do have a space in entertainment.
For sure.
There's no question in my mind about it.
Yes. We have another clip. I believe we can watch. This is a shorter one, but I want the audience to just get another glance at what you do. Here we go.
Some Bongo celebration. I love you guys for this. Thank you. Oh my God, I never had a love. Thank you. Sir Westy, thank you for the No!
Yeah, that was Mitch. That was Mitch. The backstory behind that was he reached his sub goal, his subscription goal on Twitch. It was 50 subscriptions and he'd play Fortnite. And he reached the subscription goal. People were donating left and right to him, and that's why he was freaking out. He's all like, "Oh my God, I've never gotten this many subs. Thank you so much." And then me, being the chaotic person that I am, I seized his you never leave yourself open like that, Mitch. You never leave yourself. That's rule number 1, especially near a cliffside. you never know what's gonna happen.
Man.
But I was also there with another person. I think her name is Wadi-chan. And yeah. So she I've done a few collabs with her as well. She's pretty cool.
Man, I would love to just have a moment with you guys on the set just to see what goes on behind the scenes. I bet it's just awesome to watch.
Yeah. If we ever do another podcast, I'll definitely invite you to sit in and just kind of spectate what goes on behind the scenes. And
that would be great. That would be so awesome. Thank you. Any words of encouragement as we get close? We got a few minutes left before we go. Any words of encouragement to any fellow virtual YouTubers who are trying to start this same path?
Don't give up. And I cannot stress that enough. There's 3 things that you need to remember going into content creation in general. Or maybe, I guess there's 5 pillars technically. The first one is do not give up. No matter how hard it seems, no matter how impossible or small you may seem, don't give up, because then you're never going to get there. 2, always give it 98% effort. Because if you give it 100% effort right off the bat, you don't have anything to work off of. You don't have anything to improve upon or build up during your performance. So give it 98, and then you can slowly start building up to 100 during your performance. And, you know, get everybody even more hyped, more pumped, you know. So that's my thing is give it 98%. 99 is the most.
Right, because you don't want to experience burnout if you give it 100.
Exactly. And that's another thing too is take time off if you need it. Don't force yourself. If you want to take time off, then just take time off. And that leads into the next pillar, which is just knowing, like, I guess knowing your limit, knowing when to, you know, take a break and when to, because burnout is very real. Burnout sucks a lot. I recently got burned out, and it takes a long time to recover from burnout, I will say. And some people never recover from burnout.
That is true.
Some people just quit altogether. And that's rule number 1. You don't quit. Yeah. So that's a violation of the first pillar. Yes. Another one is just remember why you started doing it. Always, always, always remember why you started doing it. Like I said earlier, if you're just doing it to get famous, if you're doing it just for the money, there's other ways, there's other methods. Sure, you might you might luck out and, you know, make it, but there's a lot of audience people can tell when there's no passion. A lot of audience people can tell when you're just being fake. And it's very difficult to, I guess, come back from that. So I get, just remember why you're doing it. Like you're not going to get very far if you're just doing it for money or for fame. If you just love doing it, then just go for it. I mean, it's super easy to get started. Like I said, I barely had anything getting started. I had a laptop where I just ran games at 3 frames per second, like, you know, 10 frames per second, and just the worst mic you ever hear in the world. And this is on a way, way, way old channel from like 2007. So you're not ever going to find it. But the mic was so bad that during, like, because I didn't edit any of my videos, I just uploaded them just to get them out. So I did very minimal editing. But there was one clip that stood out because it was really funny, and I kept it in because it's just, the mic quality was so bad that when I got up to use the restroom, you could hear the toilet flush. Like, oh, no. it was so funny that I had to keep it in there. I'm like, all right, I got to keep that in there. That's actually really funny. So, I mean, you can get started with anything. You can get started with the worst mic possible. You can get started with, you know, it all depends on you as a person.
Yes, it does. Yes. Well, guys, we're out of time. We had so much fun with Rose. She stopped by and just, you know, gave her, you know, her time and got a chance to get to know everybody. You can follow her on YouTube. You see the YouTube channel right there.
Is he actually?
Yeah, him. He's so gorgeous.
Hey, I'm a very cute boy. Okay, what can I
He
say?
is. You're a cute boy. I'm sorry. Thanks for correcting me.
You're fine. You're fine.
Shazan Rose. And that's the Twitter, and that's Twitch TV. And of course, he is a content creator, virtual YouTuber. Like I said, check him out. You can follow him, keep up with all of his work right there at Twitter and some of the episodes, Twitch TV. Our time is up. We've had so much fun this evening,
Yes,
like we
did.
always do. So we'll see you back here in the next week, and we'll be talking with Ron Tyler with Tyler Studios in the Atlanta area. So you don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for joining us. And
Thank you so much
next.
for having me on. I really appreciate it. And I had a lot of fun. And I hope that, any information that I gave out today was, at least somebody is able to find some value in it.
Of course. Your work is seamless and you're a genius. I mean, I've never seen anything like you until I met you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Very creative, very rare.
Look at that. You're making me blush.
Seriously. So don't you stop, be of your word. Don't give up. Okay.
I will not. I will strive to keep going.
All right. Thanks again for joining us on Bring It in the House.
Thank
Next
you.
time. You're welcome. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.